Hi everyone, I'm Marcella, and I wanted to introduce myself to you and also to talk a little bit about what I do, why I do it, and the different offerings that I have of 2 upcoming workshops that I'll be teaching in Australia, New Zealand, and also in various cities in Europe in the spring. So I call what I do Fierce Embodiment. Fierce Embodiment. And I know that embodiment is a term that a lot of people use nowadays. So I really need to talk about simply what it means to me to embody something. It means dropping into your body and it having the full experience from the inside out and from the outside in. So that regardless of what circumstances you're in, you feel what you feel, you sense what you sense, and it comes from a full-bodied experience. And fierce, in part it's because it's a word that I feel represents what's required of us to really embody life today. Why do we need to be fierce when the world is telling us from so many different angles to really talk about things, talk through things, live things through our minds? How do we drop into our bodies and do it with so much determination and energy and strength that it becomes something that we couldn't do without? And that was my experience when I first entered this work 20 years ago, that when I discovered that my body could actually unlearn behavior patterns that I had thought were just part of my personality. And not only could I unlearn it, but I could wake up energy and strength inside of myself as a way that made me become more me. I became more myself. So rather than compartmentalizing things that were acceptable and that I liked, I could actually say, what I have in this moment is me, and I'm going to use all of it. No matter if it's uncomfortable, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it sounds like, that it's me in this moment, and that I choose to do that moment to moment to moment. And this is why I teach through the body, because the body is honest. The body will show you very alive where blocks are, where limitations are, where we've anesthetized part of ourselves so that we don't feel it, what qualities and tendencies we overuse, and those of ourselves that we underuse. And I've been doing it for about 20 years now, working in one-on-one sessions. And for about 10 years I've been teaching workshops, and lately really focusing on teaching what I want to teach through movement. So the workshops I'm taking on the road the first one is called Cultivating Courage. And it's somewhat of an introductory exercise into how do you embody equality, and how do you learn through your body what stops you from being a courageous person and bringing up the energies and your essence in order to move it out into the world. Because there's nowhere that we don't need courage if we want life to be rich and big and interesting and changing. So it can come up in the smallest of ways when you want to ask for something that you want, when you need to have clear communication about a subject that's challenging, when you feel angry towards somebody that you love, and you need to ask for something in that moment. We need courage when we want to change jobs, change a career, pursue something that maybe doesn't have a step-by-step process of a how-to. And then we often meet our obstacles, which is what holds us back from doing this. So my intention in the Cultivating Courage is to actually bring in the body, the resources that we have, our breath, our passion, our excitement, and use that to break through our self-imposed beliefs, conclusions, and obstacles, our self-imposed limitations, and then move beyond that. The second workshop is more profound in that it is a 1.5-day workshop, whereas the first one is a 3.5-hour workshop. And it's called Shifting Shame, Releasing Fear. And this is a workshop that is currently for women. My deepest aim is to teach women to go to that chronic place where we hold this deeply rooted belief that we're not enough and that we're not worthy, and that what we want to put into the world isn't valuable. And the more that I've taught this workshop, the more that I have experienced women saying, finally, because we know that chronic feeling. We know that little voice that appears in these, anytime that we want more, and that we want to be more, and that we want to express ourselves more, and that we want to be clear, strong, present women in the world. And my wish with this workshop of shifting shame and releasing fear is not that you're going to walk out and fly boundlessly into the world, but that on a daily basis you address these moments where this not enoughness comes up, and that you keep investing your energy into shifting it, so that daily you develop more trust in yourself, you gain more ground under your feet, and your natural essence will simply start to emanate and be the expression of you, instead of the one who says she's not enough. I'm on a mission with these workshops. Embodiment and using our body to stop old beliefs and old conclusions and remember our deepest wishes and our most basic precious qualities is of utmost importance to me. I know there are a lot of workshops out there where you talk and you discuss and it's group work. And what I found with this kind of work and this kind of approach, or the articles of the 10 steps of how to go for what you want, is that the body was missing. And the truth is that the body is where we hold it all. The body is where we hold our past hurts, our regrets, our losses, our failures, our shame, our fear. So I have found that if we address these limitations through the body and we go to the deeper, more powerful energy, and we learn to actually move from there and out into the world, that pretty magical things happen. So this is what you'll get. You'll get a sense of your body. You'll get a resource that has always been there. And you're just going to learn an approach of how to use it. I'm teaching Cultivating Courage, and I am teaching Shifting Shame and Releasing Fear. In the link below, you will find the direct link to the Eventbrite workshops, and I will also include a link to my YouTube channel and a link to my Instagram, because that can give you a sense of how I work, how I teach, and a little bit more about who I am. I am passionate about what I do, and I simply want to bring it to people who would love to use these tools.